Hello and welcome everyone to Pulse Maharashtra with me, Vinaya Deshpande. I am the Maharashtra Chief of Bureau of the Hindu and your host for the show. And each week we take you through the most important story of the state. Not just that, we dissect the perspectives behind that important story to give you a kind of understanding that the usual routine coverage will not. This week, we are going to delve into the Malegaon 2008 blast verdict, in which all the accused were acquitted by the special NIA court. Now, on 29th September 2008, a bomb went off on a busy street in Malegaon, killing 6 persons and injuring over 100. 17 years later, a special NIA court acquitted all 7 accused in the case, questioning the contradictions in the probe by 2 different agencies, the Maharashtra ATS and then the NIA. The court also highlighted serious irregularities, contradictions, and procedural misconduct by the NIA and the ATS. Interestingly, it junked the claim that the ATS wanted to arrest RSS chief at that time, but the acquittal and the claims thereafter have given rise to a controversy surrounding alleged Saffron terror. Today, I have with me the former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Prithviraj Chavan, whose statement on saffron terror has led to a fresh political controversy in Maharashtra, and the Shiv Sena has threatened to protest against him. Sir, thank you so much for joining the Hindu and for your valuable time. Let me start this conversation by asking you the most difficult question, which is on saffron terror. Now, you have said that the Congress itself should stop using the word saffron terror because the word saffron has a more different kind of an understanding and different kind of a reverence in Maharashtra. At the same time, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, has hit back at you saying that call it saffron terror, call it Hindutva terror, call it Sanatan terror, it's all the same and it does not exist. What is your response to it?
Well, thank you, Vanya, for having me. We're discussing a very important subject, which is agitating Maharashtra. The fact is, there is a debate on Operation Sindur going on in Delhi. Quite finished now, but it was going on. It was not going very well for Prime Minister. He was inconvenienced. He had no answers. And very interestingly, two verdicts. One of the Mumbai serial bomb blast, railway station bomb blast, that verdict comes after very long time, 18, 19 years.
19 years.
And the Malegaon bomb blast, which you just mentioned, which happened in 2008, comes exactly during these few days. So be it. Malegaon verdict, where 6 people were killed in a bomb blast, hundreds were injured. The court, the NIA special court hearing this case for a long time, had said that NIA has not been able to present adequate evidence, foolproof evidence, evidence beyond reasonable doubt, because this is a murder case. It also said that there is a contradiction between the investigation done by the Maharashtra ATS and case presented by NIA. Now, after 2014, there was a change of government in Delhi, and the superintendence of NIA has gone to the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah. So, from 2014 to 2025, NIA under Mr. Amit Shah has been prosecuting the case, prosecuting the Malegaon accused persons. Now, court has very clearly said, it has not said that they are innocent. They have said that NIA failed to present adequate and foolproof evidence, and therefore they cannot punish the person. Now, somebody perpetuated this act. People are dead. Women have become widows. Children are without a roof over their head. So who committed the crime? The point is, I have demanded that not only the Mumbai serial bomb blast matter, which is also the accused have been exonerated, or Malegaon, the central government must go in appeal, because if prosecution was not done properly, or there was political pressure or incompetence of the NIA or the prosecuting agencies, please go to the higher court again in appeal. That's number one. Now, while all this was being discussed, a theme was propagated by BJP that Hindus cannot be terrorists. Mr. Amit Shah said that in Delhi, their MPs are saying that, even the Fadnis has said that. And in the past, the use of word saffron to describe a particular ideology was used to describe that a particular type of terrorist activity has been done by a particular ideology, meaning Hindu ideology. And people use a proxy of the word saffron to define a political ideology. I made 2 points. Number one, I appeal to all my colleagues and everybody in the country that if you want to describe a particular ideology, a particular religion as having committed terrorist act, that's your choice. But please do not use the word saffron because in Maharashtra, saffron has a different connotation from North India. Saffron represents the fight of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in 1600, 17th century, when he established the Maratha kingdom in Maharashtra, South India, and all that. That's the color of Swami Ramdas. That's the color of Sant Jnandev. That is the color of Sant Tukaram. That is the color of Varkari sect in Maharashtra.
Very rich saint tradition that
14
Maharashtra
crore
has since
people
the
of
12th
Maharashtra.
century.
You cannot allocate saffron to a political ideology of today or make it an election symbol of RSS or BJP. So my request is humble, request is folded hands to everybody, whether they belong to my political ideology, other ideology. Don't use the word saffron. Number one, and I still continue to beg people to don't use saffron. Saffron is too scared for Maharashtra, too sacred for Maharashtra. It may not North Indian people may not understand the significance of saffron color as far as Maharashtra is concerned. It is the color of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. It is the color of freedom struggle. And it far precedes the ideology of RSS or BJP by 350 years. So please stop using it. That's my first point. Second point that I made is terrorism has no religion. Don't associate a particular religion with terrorist activities of whichever kind. Terrorism is a political ideology which has to be punished. We cannot subscribe to a political ideology that we can convince an opponent of your ideas. You can't win him in a debate, then you kill him. That is not acceptable. It is not in consonance with the Gandhian values. It's not in consonance with the democratic values. So
So, but
these
this
are
is
my 2 points.
exactly what has miffed the parties which oppose you, because then they say that you're calling Hindus terrorists and Hindus cannot be terrorists.
Okay. So I have personally, as far as my, I never called any religion as a terrorist religion. I think I'm against that. Nobody should label a particular religion. Religion is too rich a concept. Please don't relate it to terrorism, any religion. And that goes for religion A, religion B, religion C. Now, when Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Devendra Fadnis says that Hindus cannot be terrorists, I beg to differ. The first act of terrorism in independent India was perpetuated by a man called Nathuram Godse when he assassinated Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi. That was the first act of terrorism. Now, who killed Davolkar? Who killed Pansar in Maharashtra? Who killed Gauri Lankesh? We are familiar with Naxal violence. What religion do they belong to? Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated by Tamils of LTT. What religion do they belong to? Manipur violence, what religion? So don't preach me that a particular religion cannot be. The terrorist, the terrorist. And that's why in Malaga, when certain people were apprehended, we had to find out whether they actually committed the crime or not. So my point is, religion has no terrorism has no religion. I am not called any terrorist by any religious names. If my colleagues, friends have called him, I have made a request with folded hands. Please don't associate Bhagwa color, the saffron color, with any religion and far apart from any terrorist activity. But if Mr. Devendra Fadnis says that Hindus cannot be terrorists, I beg to differ. A terrorist is a terrorist with whichever religion he belongs to. And I gave examples. Who was Nathuram Godse? Did he change the religion before assassinating Mahatma Gandhi? See, let us not try to exonerate somebody and blame somebody. That's not right. Terrorism is bad. whether it was a Mumbai serial bomb blast or whether it was a Malegaon bomb blast.
So you have said this, you have also been the chief minister of Maharashtra in a very crucial phase. We all know that when you were here in Maharashtra as the chief minister, you had also sent an elaborate docket for banning of Sanatan Samstha, which again the right wing organizations hold against you, saying that you are against the Hindu religion.
No, no, I beg to differ. I'm against a particular organization. See, my Maharashtra police, when I was the chief minister from November 2010, Maharashtra police and the Maharashtra Home Minister, Mr. R.R. Patil, they gave me a big 1,000-page dossier, briefed me at length, saying that a particular organization called Sanatan Samstha, based in Thane region, all that thing, has indulged in terrorist activities, has indulged in murders of political opponents. And therefore, this organization needs to be banned from Maharashtra. After studying the entire document, after discussing my legal advisors and all that, I sent that docket with a request to the Union Home Minister around, I think, 2011, 2012. I don't know the exact date. But I sent a dossier requesting the Union Home Minister to ban an organization called Sanatan Samstha based in Maharashtra for terrorist activities under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, UAP. Now, ban under UAP is an elaborate affair. You have to prove that this organization is working throughout the country and all that. And the Home Ministry must have done its due diligence, but it was not banned. So I stand by my stand of my government that a particular organization called Sanatan Samstha, what religion it belonged to, what do they do, I don't know, but they were involved in terrorist activities. Now, they are also been suspected of being involved in Dabholkar murder, in Gauri Lankesh murder, in Pansare murder. So I stand by that fact, and I will still prevail upon the current union government to please look at the activities of this terrorist organization called Sanatan Samstha. I don't know what religion it belongs to. It is a
So
terrorist organization.
do you think that in the current dispensation and in the current social situation of Maharashtra or of the country at large, uh, such organizations continue to be a threat?
Well, I think there is an allegation that this organization was involved in certain murders, but unfortunately, final verdict in these murders have not happened. But my Maharashtra police gave me, I didn't go and investigate this organization. Maharashtra police gave me a complete dossier, requesting me to plead with the central government to ban this organization. When I
So
was,
now the BJP has alleged that with respect to the Malegaon 2008 blast, it was a conspiracy of the Congress to try and malign right wing leaders, to try and arrest RSS leaders as well. And this was a conspiracy which did not hatch because the police or the investigating agencies did not give in to the pressure, and that more truth will come up in the coming few days. How do you look at such claims?
look, more truth will never come out because the government doesn't want the truth to come out. Let's analyze what you said. The Malegaon blast happened in 2008. We had a UPA government in Delhi. You have a Maharashtra government in here in Maharashtra. Incidentally, the BJP member of parliament was the then chief minister at that time. The case was initially investigated by Nasik district police. Since it was a terrorist act, Maharashtra government handed it over rightly to Maharashtra Anti-Terror Squad, the ATS. ATS investigated the case, arrested the accused persons, and filed a charge sheet. And the trial began. In 2011, the then UPA government in Delhi said that no, it's a terrorist activity of big kind. It should be handled by NIA, the newly constituted anti-terror organization in Delhi, National Investigative Agency. From 2011, the matter has gone from Maharashtra ATS to Union government's NIA. In 2014, there was a change of government. The superintendents of NIA went to Mr. Amit Shah, the Home Minister of Delhi. Now, if Devendra Fadnis and Mr. Amit Shah really think that this is a Farji case, it's a deliberately hatched plot against Hindu organizations, that, why did they not close the case in 2014, when Amit Shah became the Home Minister, he should have closed the case. He should have said, no, we'll not prosecute because it's a farji case. It's a false accusation. Amit Shah's NIA continued to prosecute the Malegaon accused from 2014 to 2025. My question to them is, do you really believe that it was a false case? What the court has said, there's a contradiction in evidence. Contradiction was the ATM Maharashtra, which really sincerely investigated the crime, caught the accused persons, filed a charge sheet. Their point of view is not in consonance with NIA, which is under Amit Shah. Obviously. So therefore, my question I asked myself, why did BJP, if they really were so convinced that this is a bogus case, why did they not withdraw it in 2014? It should have gone to the court and said, sorry, investigation has been politically motivated, we are withdrawing it. Court may have permitted, may not have permitted. But you continued to prosecute because you wanted courts to exonerate them. And it is not court's fault. Court has very clearly said, the special court of NIA, NIA did not present an adequate evidence. So who is NIA working under? So I think my request is that please go to the higher courts. I have still great faith in the Supreme Court, our judiciary. Maybe a truth will come out.
But the NIA court has also jumped at the claim that a retired police officer has recently made that, and this is not the first time he has made that claim, that he was asked to arrest Mohan Bhagwat, RSS chief, with respect to alleged involvement in this case, and that he withstood the pressure and did not do it, because of which he was hounded.
It's such a laughable claim. See, this has happened earlier also. This is not a new claim. Earlier also, this had been floated by certain interested parties that there was an attempt to involve Mr. Mohan Bhagwat. We may not agree with Mr. Mohan Bhagwat. I do not agree with him, but he is a senior leader of a political organization. It is a political organization. I won't accept the nonsense that it is an NGO or something like that. He is a senior leader of the party, and democracy demands, the Gandhian ethos demands that he has every right to say what he wants. So if there is a threat to his life or is there a threat to him, the Maharashtra government must protect him as it must protect any other person who is a political person. But the point is, if there is a controversy, you will go to inspector, give inspector a money to go and arrest somebody. I mean, are the people who are ruling at that time, they're so stupid and foolish that they wanted to indulge into such a huge controversy and tell an inspector in Nashik. And his inspector tells about it now, after so many years. It's such a ridiculously laughable claim that I don't think we need to give any serious credence. But at the same time, if there is any danger to Mr. Bhagwat or anybody, it's a Maharashtra government duty to protect all political leaders, whether Congress, BJP, or any other person.
So I'll have one last question for you before we wrap up this conversation, and that is, what is your message to the Shiv Sena, which has now threatened to protest against you for your statements over terrorism?
No, I think Shiv Sena, Shinde group people have every right to protest. I uphold the right to say what they want. It should be done peacefully, absolutely. But my humble request to them is, please listen to what I said yesterday. Even listen to your interview today. What am I saying? I'm not calling any religion a terrorist religion. And I'm even requesting my colleagues in the Congress party, we don't call it Saffron. If you want to call religion by name, go ahead and call it, but don't use a proxy. Now, should we call terrorism by religious name? I don't think so. Absolutely not. Terrorist is a terrorist. Plus, please apprehend the terrorist and punish him, which you're not doing. I think if they listen to my interview clearly again with an open mind, they'll understand that I have said nothing objectionable to anybody. I strongly believe in Gandhian ethos. I strongly believe that democracy must triumph ultimately. It's the danger of getting finished. And I think please appeal both the verdicts, whether it's Malegaon verdict or it is a Mumbai serial bomb blast verdict. Because I believe that terrorists must be punished. You owe it to the people who lost, innocent people who lost their lives.
Do you find it a shame that 17 years later, 19 years later, there's just no justice for the country in two of the biggest terror cases?
Absolutely. Mr. Amit Shah must take responsibility for a shoddy investigation for 2014 to 2025. And of course, I also wonder of the timing of all these things. On one hand, there is a serious debate going on in Lok Sabha about the role of government in Operation Sindoor, uh, actions of Mr. Donald Trump, who caused ceasefire to happen, how many Rafale jets were downed, all that. And you want to distract the attention of people by timing. Of course, the verdict had to come sometime or other. But after 17 years, they choose this date. After 19 years, they choose the date for the serial bomb blast case. They do encounter of the so-called Belgaum people now only. Why is Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah afraid to face the parliament and answer questions raised by Mr. Amit?
So, on that note, thank you so much for joining the Hindu and for your precious time. And we hope that, after all these twists and turns in two of the major terror cases, there will be some semblance of justice, not just for the people who suffered in those attacks from both the sides, but also for the country at large. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Venia. Thank you. Pleasure again.